So the famous story on this hole is that the legendary ball striker Mo Norman once played here with his caddy. His caddy told him this hole is 5-iron wedge. So Mo Norman teed off with a with a wedge, and then hit a 5-iron.
Mayfair Lakes is a short track, but there's water everywhere, and the course asks you to think over pretty much every shot.
Should be good.
I'll try to give you insight into what I'm thinking over most of my shots today, including the first where I opt for a 5-wood and then a wedge.
Okay, so we haven't rolled a putt yet. That's on us. Left edge, kind of deal.
I don't know the pace of these greens yet, but I'm committed to a line and just hammer it a bit past the hole. In any event, I'll tidy up for par here. Something I try to do for as much of the day as possible is play away from the trouble.
130 in. Looks like a front flag, so I'm gonna hit a 140 club. Oh shit. Stay out of the water. A little wet out here. I have a feeling this will release.
We'll forget about the last shot and still make a plan for this one. And guess what? A reality of amateur golf is that sometimes we're going to make plans and still hit consecutive bad golf shots. But it's right back to the drawing board, and we'll make a plan for this par putt from off the green. It's not a coincidence that I salvage a bogey out of this one. I stuck with it.
Okay, we have 180, which is into wind as far as I could ever hit a 5-iron, but you know what? Hopefully the miss is short. Oh, the miss is right, but that's okay. Sit. Sit. Short-sided, unfortunately. But
here's another one where I'm not going to get greedy. There are lots of cute shots I could hit at this pin that could miss still in the bunker.
I don't know how to do any better than that.
Instead, I'm just going to make sure I get it on the green, even if I put it well past the hole.
Wow, that's fast. So I'm starting to film these. I used to always film from down the line, but down the line, these putts that are like 4 feet look like they're a foot. And when you miss them, you look like an asshole.
Doubles happen. We'll move on.
Oh, good shot, wrong way. Sit. I'm totally boxed out by these trees, but let's try to lay up to the number we like. So it's 250. I'm just gonna hit like a 8-iron towards the bunkers on the left, as long as they're more than 140 away. Yeah, they are.
There's no reason to go for the hero shot here when we can hit 8-iron wedge.
Boy, it's tough out of this rough. 123. Anything that gets near that pin is gonna wanna go long. So we're just gonna try to hit it right and a bit short of it.
I don't let my guard down even on the wedge shot, because it's easy to fly this green.
It's not turning as much as it looks like it wants to. Okay, I've watched 2 putts not really break a ton. I still think I have to give up the hole, but certainly not by much. I pushed it. Pushed it, pushed it, pushed it.
I was mostly driving the ball well today, including here on the 5th hole. But really, the game happens here.
Oh, I pulled the hell out of it. Where was I going? Trying to hit it too hard, I guess.
A poor wedge leaves me here.
Oh, that's not very good.
And hitting bad shots inside 100 yards leads to an awful lot of bogeys.
Oh, you scared me about the speed.
Including this one here on the 5th hole.
The thought for me is just kind of high fade. I'm aiming at the, yeah, I got it. High fade.
You're supposed to play away from the trouble, Adam.
Is that water? Yeah, I didn't hit it well. This ball is embedded here, about 2 inches from the water. At 126, I hit a chippy 9-iron, I think.
I was able to take advantage of the break the course gave me here.
Get up there. Yeah.
And I'll have this look at birdie. But for the 4th time in 6 holes, I have underread a putt.
Wow.
That's the amateur miss, and I'll have to take a par.
It's 144 flag, and the flag is tucked right in the back left corner, but the wind's pushing it left. So hitting a 140 club, aiming at the middle of the green, and we'll see.
If you keep planning shots the right way, eventually you'll get rewarded. And I do here on 7. It winds up at about 12 feet, and just by one roll, I make the birdie.
Am I bringing the water into play even with a 5-wood or no? Oh, we're into wind. All right, I see my line.
Notice that none of these decisions are about technical aspects of the golf swing. I'm picking targets and swinging freely.
We did what we were supposed to do here, took the water out of play. 131, really backing off of an 8-iron.
The decisions also aren't ego-driven. Short of the pin is water, so I take an extra club.
Sit. This is one of those ones on camera. This is like, oh yeah, it's just like a little 10-footer flat putt. Putt is 25 feet.
It's also more downhill than it appears. And after missing a few long today, I try to focus on getting this one in at die speed.
We'll take that.
It winds up a couple feet short, but that's fine.
Okay, so it's a short hole, but there's water all up the left and bunkers up the right. And the tee box is forcing you to hit a draw.
I'd prefer to hit a hybrid here, but it misses even more left than the 5 would.
Hold on there. Be okay. Yeah, it's fine. Wind's blowing hard left. Just gonna hit a 9-iron out to the right of the pin.
It's an easy little shot into the 9th green here. And the fact is that we hit a lot of bad shots on the front 9. But planning well and staying in it mentally means that after rolling this lag putt,
You know what? Pretty happy with that.
we're going to escape the front 9 just 3 over par. The back 9 ratchets up the difficulty, and we'll see how I do. It begins with the par 5, only our second so far, and we'd like to score here.
237 flag. Front right is 210. Gonna hit a 5 wood to the right of the green. If we hit it well, we'll trundle up there. Oh, I drew the hell out of it.
After a bad shot, we'll have to adjust those plans. This was a tough pitch.
Oh, all right, we get to do that again.
It goes right through the green, and now I'm trying to get up and down for par. Fortunately, this wedge treats us better than the last, and we'll clean it up. Bad shot.
Oh, where was that going? Sit. Talk about choose your shot carefully here, hey? It's like, what even is the shot here? It's definitely something that gets bumped into there. I think it's a gap wedge. Let's not leave it short. Oh, and it's wet here too.
With a lot going on here, the realistic expectation now is just to have a putt for par. It doesn't need to be close.
Well, better than short.
There were a lot of high-stress bogeys or worse to be made from my position. And candidly, I'm just fine tidying up for bogey.
So my target is like the far left bunker. Nope. I might hit those bunkers. Sit. No! The golf gods keep rewarding me with breaks today. This one's a little funky, the lie though.
I'm on a downhill lie here, and I have to accept my fate.
Okay.
But once again, we've played away from the water and all of the other trouble on this hole. So hitting some bad shots still leaves us in a position to make a scrambly par.
Oh, you gotta hit it.
I don't quite make it here, and it's another bogey. I call drives like this. Good shot, wrong way.
So once again, I've managed to skirt a bunker, which is awesome, but once again, you can't tell on camera, I'm on a really severe downhill lie here. These downhill lies, I just don't really know how to hit them if I'm honest.
So we were 3 over on the front, and starting the back like a bit of a mess. But I want you to hear my reaction to it.
All right, we have a putt for par.
I'm reflecting on the positives, not the negatives. I'm staying in my routine on every shot. And as a result, I'm making bogeys. Those won't kill me.
How many, we just watched 2 different groups have to play this hole. So it's our first golf swing in about 15 minutes. And it's a 5-iron that can't miss left.
Again, we're going to play away from the trouble here.
That was not hit well. Might get there though.
It's another miss in the right place, and I should be able to get up and down from here.
Go.
I'll have just a few feet for par, but unfortunately the bogey train's going to continue.
I still don't really understand why I'm hitting driver. I'm gonna aim at like see these 3 trees? I'm aiming at the middle one.
For the first time all day, I'm not committed to my club.
Ooh, that's flirting, flirting, flirting.
And is it any surprise that that happens?
Looking at this again, this also should have been a 5 wood, but that's okay.
Fortunately, it's just a gap wedge in from here. So if I can plot this on the green, I'll still have a putt for par.
Sit, ball, sit. Wow, released all the way to the back, okay.
This is a longer putt than I hoped for, so now it's about just preserving 2 putt.
1 time.
Or is it? Yeah, it is. I'll walk out with a bogey.
Brief interlude as we wait to tee off. People send me a lot of golf equipment, but a lot of it stinks. Every now and then I get something really cool. This glove, Herzl glove, sent to me by Zeit for Golf, is awesome. Made of kangaroo leather, and I have worn it in the pouring rain in Vancouver and the sweltering heat in Southern California, and it keeps going. I actually love this glove. These tees are pretty cool too, because they're sort of tiered. You can, set what tee height you want to do it. There's a link to them in the description below. Zeit for Golf, Herzl gloves, Lignum tees. Check them out.
That's a good drive here on 16, and I'll have about 150 into a back pin.
Oh, thinned it. Might get away with it.
I do get away with it.
Just gonna send the ball hard right, and then straightening out a bit at the hole.
It's my first green in regulation in 7 holes, and it's not a given 2-putt. I take my time on it and leg it pretty close. This actually plays as the finisher of this golf course, but we started on the 2nd hole.
3-shotter now. Whole golf course is water.
This is a carefully chosen target.
Oh, I didn't hit that well, but it's fine.
Now I'll have just a pitch into a front pin, but I unfortunately played it past.
So I had a 42-yard wedge, and I have about a 42-yard putt.
Just like the last hole, this isn't a given 2-putt. And just like the last hole, I take my time over the birdie putt. It almost drops, and it's a good 2-putt par. Unfortunately, my first true stray drive of the day comes here on 18. I'm lucky to have a line into the green from here.
Oh, no.
But I pull it into a greenside bunker. And from a downhill lie here, I'm just focused on getting the ball on the green.
You know what? I'm happy.
And for the 3rd consecutive hole, we're going to have a pretty long first putt here. This one's a bit aggressive, but we'll end the day by making a solid 6-footer. And the back 9 did eat us up a bit more than the front.
All square.
But given the amount of poor golf shots we hit today, I'm pretty happy to walk away from this round with an 80.